Hey everyone, and welcome to this summary of the latest Forza Horizon dev stream. Now we are going to talk very quickly about Horizon 4, but this isn't just about Series 38. We're going to be talking primarily here about the newest Let's Go stream and Horizon 5. So if you didn't know already, in Horizon 4, Series 37 was kind of our last major update for the foreseeable future, and now we're entering a phase where the new playlists every month are actually going to be revisited versions of old playlists. So a sort of mixtape of many of the past Horizon 4 playlists. I think I said between Series 7 and 32. I might have that a little bit off, but either way, you will see some of the old rare cars come back in these playlists if they were there originally. Alright, now let's get to Horizon 5 here, the good stuff. And guys, we are getting spoiled with Horizon 5 content and gameplay here. As you can see, we're watching a GT3 RS racing around a circuit. This is, funny enough, the first time we're actually seeing some real racing in Horizon 5, and it looks great. The AI seems to be behaving a bit better. They also aren't all in focus RSs, which is already an improvement over Horizon 4. And on top of that, it's subtle, but in some areas you can see the AI dodging the player car in situations where I feel Horizon 4's AI might have just hit you. Maybe I'm reading too far into the footage here, but from my eye, the AI definitely looks better behaved, but let me know what you guys think. The physics of the car also look really good. I know some people were a bit concerned that Horizon 5 was looking maybe a bit more on the arcade side than Horizon 4 was. But from here, it looks familiar, it looks good, and another thing I really want to point out here is the audible drivetrain flex in some of the cornering. I'll be quiet for a sec so you can hear an example. I love that you can hear that little bit of struggle in the tires and the engine as it's fighting to get grip while it's flexing and kind of bouncing on the road around that corner. That just adds so much life to the behavior of these cars, and I'm so happy that they're working from a physics element to improve the cars in Horizon 5 as well, because as you guys know, motorsport is definitely the more serious simulation game, but the fact that they're actually working on improving the physics for Horizon 5 is a great sign. Now, like I said at the beginning, we got spoiled with Horizon 5 footage here. That racing gameplay was nowhere near all the content we got. There is so much more footage to show off here. Right now, you're looking at these beautiful panning drone shots of Horizon 5's Mexico, and you can see just how alive the world looks with the lighting and the detail, not only in the textures and the models, but just with how dense the environments feel. Even these areas that I would consider to be more barren are so full of detail and life. Just the amount of depth in the ground textures and the amount of foliage that they pack in everywhere. I mean, all of these rocks are actually modeled in 3D. It's not just a flat texture, and I mean, there's thousands of them in that riverbed. And then just kind of looking at this simple house, look how much life and detail there is to it. This is, of course, going to be an absolutely gorgeous game to drive through, but I keep thinking about the big time photographers in this game. I mean, Horizon 4 has produced some lifelike shots, but not only can I, of course, not wait to drive the world myself and experience it for myself, but I'm also just so excited to see the photos that are going to come out of this. There's such an incredible amount of diversity in the different biomes in the map here, and that's not even including the variety of seasons we're going to be getting, which I should talk about that quickly. We are still getting seasons. They're still going to rotate on a 1-week basis. And just to reiterate, they did mention in the live stream that weather will be localized. So if it's raining in a part of the map in winter, if you drive up the mountain, that rain will actually turn into snow, and it'll just kind of be snowing on the volcano, but not necessarily anywhere else. So you're going to be able to avoid the snow if you want to. And speaking of the volcano, they mentioned this part a while back, but it is the highest elevation landscape they've ever had in a Horizon map. And they said it's kind of just dropped right in the middle of the world there, so you'll be able to see it from mostly everywhere else, giving you this great sense of scale and distance, and even being able to orient yourself in a way. Now, we still haven't gotten an actual look at the Horizon 5 map as a whole. However, they did say during this last live stream that in 2 weeks, we will be getting the actual full map reveal. So mark your calendars, everybody, because that is going to be an exciting day. All right, so speaking about the map here and some of our potential concerns with it, the devs did confirm that there won't necessarily be a much higher balance of dirt to tarmac racing. They said it's going to be about the same balance between on-road and off-road as most previous Horizon games, But since the map is so much bigger, we're just getting more of both. So this game is going to have more roads than any other Horizon game. Obviously right now you're seeing some really pretty off-road footage. I mean, just look at the swamp water. I know that's a weird thing to say, but the swamp water looks gorgeous, and just the fog and the kind of god rays coming down through the trees, this game looks amazing. But anyway, speaking of the roads, earlier in that racing footage that I showed towards the beginning of this video, you may have noticed that the banner over the start-finish line said Horizon Apex. Now, they explained a bit what that meant, and apparently Horizon Apex is one of the festival sites you're going to unlock, and that festival site focuses specifically on road racing. So that would then imply here that the other festival sites are going to focus on things like rally, cross-country. Maybe we even get a festival site focused on drifting. I mean, that could be pretty cool. And I guess I'm just really curious what that means from an actual gameplay perspective. I mean, I would assume that just because, let's say, the Horizon Apex Festival is in one location of the map, that's not going to mean all of the road races take place right outside that festival. I mean, they're still going to be scattered around the whole map, I would strongly assume anyway. So does this mean there's going to be big stylistic differences between each festival? I guess we'll have to wait and find out, but I'm really curious kind of what that implies. If you guys have any good ideas, again, let me know what you think. Alright, so that is just about it for the new info we got during this live stream. We obviously got tons of new footage, and you're seeing a lot of it here in this video, but I actually had to cut quite a bit out just to make room. So if you do want to see some of the more uncut footage without me talking over it, you can head on over to the actual live stream to see the full clips. And I would imagine the official Forza YouTube channel is probably going to re-upload higher quality versions on their page at some point, so you don't even have to pan through the live stream. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.